Hey, Tyson Fury here. Absolutely smashing it, training camp. Hey, Hamora. Yep.
Tyson Fury has denied he suffered a broken nose during his undisputed world title defeat by Oleksandr Usyk.
Tyson, everybody thought there was something wrong with your nose because you were dabbing it. Tell us exactly what was wrong with your nose, or what wasn't wrong with your nose.
Nothing wrong with my nose.
You're just bleeding.
Just a bit of blood, yeah. Got punched on the nose.
And it happens.
And your eyes water and you get hit in the nose.
That's close enough, then, by the way.
Yes, blood, yeah, so it wasn't broken.
Fury was outpointed by Usyk in May as he suffered the first professional defeat of his career. The rivals will clash again next month in their rematch with only 3 belts on the line in Saudi Arabia. Their first fight was one of 2 halves, with Usyk taking control after the halfway point.
You were just wrapped. What's it like watching this?
I'm happy.
Because you know the result.
Yeah.
What about you, Tyson?
I'm happy. Very happy.
Because it was a great fight.
Good fight. Listen, he got the decision. Fantastic. I'm a big believer in God. Okay? So I believe that God has a plan for everybody. And the plan was for Usyk to win this fight. And he did, so fair play.
Usyk had Fury on the ropes in the 9th round and almost forced the referee into stopping the fight, but the Brit rejected the suggestion he was in trouble.
Oh, what a shot that is! Fury's wobbling!
That shot's a good shot, Tyson. You're having a hold on, you're reeling. What are you thinking here? Can you remember what you're thinking?
Yeah. I'm in the fight. I'm thinking, come on! I'm thinking, why am I not falling over? Fury doesn't know where he is! He's all over the ring! Is this a sensation?
Fury will likely start as the underdog for the Christmas sequel, but is confident he will continue his record in rematches.
4 weeks to go to the biggest fight of the year. The biggest fight in boxing, me and Usyk. And I'm coming in hot. I'm coming in hot! Good up, can't wait. 21st of December, the belts are going to be mine again! Good up.
In the first bout between the two, Usyk's technical brilliance and relentless pressure seemed to outshine Fury's usual advantage of size and strength. Fury's physical attributes, his enormous reach, height, and unorthodox fighting style have carried him through any previous battles. However, against Usyk, Fury found himself in unfamiliar territory. Usyk's slick movement and mastery of the fundamentals made him a challenging opponent for the usually dominant Fury. The fight was close, and while some felt Fury had done enough to win, the judges saw it differently, awarding the victory to Usyk by split decision.
I clowned around too much. Why? Complacency. Very much complacency. I think I expected it to be harder than it was up until that point of getting hit. And I was hitting him at will, basically, head and body. So yeah, I got a little bit greedy and paid the price, got caught, and we know what happens in heavyweight boxing.
Usyk's promoter, Aegis Klimas, recognized the unpredictable nature of boxing, pointing out that judges sometimes have a different perspective than the audience. He expressed hope for fair judging in the upcoming fight and wished for both fighters to emerge unscathed, emphasizing that the better man will prevail on December 21st.
As far as the upcoming fight, it's hard to predict. It's boxing. We know. We've seen many. Sometimes you can win, but nowadays the judges just see us different than we see a fight. But hopefully the judges is going to be very fair for the fight. And my biggest wish, both guys become without a cut, then we don't have to curse each other. And the best man going to win December 21. Thank you very much.
At the same time, many experts are questioning whether Fury can truly bounce back and defeat Usyk in their second meeting. Andy Lee has stated that Fury doesn't feel significant pressure going into the fight. Lee has pointed out that Fury has always thrived in high-stakes situations and believes that Fury will give his best effort. If that effort is not enough, Lee has suggested that Fury would accept defeat gracefully, recognizing that Usyk is a deserving champion.
But is there pressure going into this rematch?
I don't think there's any real pressure. I don't think there's pressure. No, I don't think so. I don't think he sees it that way. He's going to do his best. If it's good enough, it'll be good enough, he'll win. If it's not good enough, then he knows he's lost, and to a good man. There's no shame, there's no pressure.
There are also analysts who are intrigued by the tactical nature of the upcoming rematch. Adam Smith has pointed out the unpredictable nature of heavyweight boxing and the possibility of knockdowns or stoppages.
Could Fury get a knockdown this time? Could Fury get a stoppage? Could Usyk even get a stoppage? Or, as most people think, will it go the distance? And which way will the judges feel? I think it's close. It's a close one to call. I think probably the majority will go with Usyk just because he won the first fight. But Fury has got so many advantages too. I think one thing that could come into play is Fury's legs. What is still left there with Tyson Fury? Is he as good as he once was? Can he be as good again?
While many people are leaning towards Usyk based on their first encounter, Smith has also highlighted Fury's strengths, such as his footwork and jab. The key question, however, is whether Fury can regain his peak performance and show the same level of dominance that he has in past fights. Smith believes that Fury's natural advantages like his jab and reach will be crucial in the rematch, but he also cautioned that Fury's conditioning and footwork will be essential to counter Usyk's technical brilliance.
Oleksandr Usyk has proved himself to beat Tyson Fury and Joshua a couple of times. So let's take the heavyweight side out a little bit. What's Fury got to do? Of course, any fighter at that elite level can get it right on the night. And Fury could just get that jab going beautifully. As Spencer mentioned, the uppercut, he's got fantastic reach advantage. It's all about the legs. If he's still got the legs, he can win rounds here. But he is, because he's got that natural size advantage.
Derek Chisora, a close friend and sparring partner of Fury, has been another voice supporting the British fighter. Chisora has said that he believes the upcoming fight will be an exciting one, but he has also expressed his belief that Usyk will have the advantage. According to Chisora, both fighters will make adjustments in their approach, but he still feels that Usyk's style will prove difficult for Fury to overcome. However, Chisora has also said that no matter the outcome, the fight will be a thrilling one, and boxing fans can expect to see a high-level contest between two of the best heavyweights in the world.
That card's still the same, bro. It's gonna be a good fight. We're gonna see a little bit of difference, but you have to understand, Tyson's gonna come a little bit of difference, and Usyk's gonna come a little bit of difference. You understand? So it's gonna be a great fight, whatever happens. But as the scales hit right now, I think my money is still edging on Usyk.
Jay Apaya is excited for the rematch and believes that Fury has the tools to beat Usyk.
Yeah, that's a good fight. I'm excited for this second fight. I feel like they both sort of know each other now, and I feel like Fury, he's got the tools to beat, Usyk, but he just needs to apply them.
Tyson's promoter, Frank Warren, stated that the upcoming event is going to be fantastic, reaffirming his strong belief in Tyson Fury since the very beginning. He is certain that Fury will rise to the occasion and deliver an impressive performance.
But you know what? It's going to be great. It's going to be great. And I believe in Tyson. I've believed in him from day one. And I believe he can go and do this business in style.
Warren has been with Fury since the beginning of his career and has unwavering confidence in his ability to rise to the occasion in the rematch. He has spoken about how Fury's mental toughness and determination will be key factors in his success, and he believes that Fury will deliver an impressive performance when the fight takes place in December. Warren has always believed in Fury's potential, and he is confident that the Gypsy King will be ready to prove the doubters wrong.
We've had great fights in the Riyadh season. We've had 67 boxers on the cards, 42 title fights, 14 world title bouts, 5 unified titles, and 2 undisputed, all in 12 months, as well as the Riyadh season events in Los Angeles and London. London was the biggest live gate in UK boxing history. And then what happened about this? We got they got His Excellency and Riyadh season got the promoters working together.
From an outsider's perspective, Eddie Hearn praised Oleksandr Usyk as the pound-for-pound best and an undisputed champion, but he stressed that Tyson Fury has always proven his critics wrong. He pointed out that Fury should never be underestimated in their upcoming fight, showing respect for both fighters.
Oleksandr Usyk proved himself as the pound-for-pound #1 in the sport. Just a remarkable fighter, undisputed cruiserweight world champion, undisputed heavyweight world champion. And, every time I've bet against Tyson Fury, he's proved everybody wrong. So you can't rule him out in this fight. And all the respect for Oleksandr Usyk. We have to be Team Britain.
Lennox Lewis, a former undisputed heavyweight champion, offered his own analysis of what Fury must do to avenge his loss to Usyk. Lewis emphasized the importance of strategy and execution, noting that Fury must be disciplined and focused in order to exploit any weaknesses in Usyk's game. Lewis acknowledged that Fury's size and strength can be an advantage, but he must be smart in how he uses them against a fighter as skilled as Usyk.
We're, of course, a matter of a few months away from the rematch, or the proposed rematch. What does Tyson Fury need to do in the rematch that he potentially didn't do first time around if he is going to avenge that loss?
I think he needs to take the fight a lot serious, secure his job. I like him a little heavier, whether, he feels that works for him or not. but, I would like him a little heavier and, working behind the jab.
Shane Fury, Tyson's brother, has also spoken about the strategy that his sibling should employ in the rematch. Shane highlighted that Tyson has a simple strategy. He can either press the attack or fight on the back foot, but the key is to combine both approaches. He stressed the importance of Fury being fit and strong, which would give him the best chance of performing at his highest level. Shane's perspective gives an insight into the mindset of the Fury camp, which is focused on ensuring that Tyson is both physically and mentally prepared for the fight.
Tyson's never been somebody who has seemed to let pressure get to him, but you feel like there's more pressure on this fight because there's more question marks around what's going to happen, how he's going to approach it?
Listen, there's not really much you can approach. You either go forward or you box backwards. If you can do a little bit of the both, it's a good start. And listen, he's just got to get fit, strong, and he'll do what he needs to do, Tyson. And that's the main thing. Send him out fit.
Spencer Brown, a boxing expert and close to the Fury camp, has predicted that Tyson Fury will win the rematch. Brown pointed out that after 10 weeks of intense training, Fury will be bigger and stronger, which could make all the difference in the fight. While he acknowledged that Usyk is a great fighter, Brown reiterated his belief that Fury is the top heavyweight in the world and will prove it once again in the rematch.
I think Tyson Fury will come out victorious. The boxing is it's just a job for Tyson. If you speak to him, it's just a job. It's like taking the bends and the bags out. It's just a job for him. But he's got 10 weeks now, 10 weeks of hard graft. He's going to be bigger, stronger, and he's going to do his best. And I think he's going to beat Oleksandr Usyk, who, let's not take anything away from him. He's some unbelievable fighter. I still believe that Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight in the world. And I think we're going to see that on the 21st. And good luck to both teams.
One of the key figures in Fury's camp is his trainer Sugar Hill, who has worked closely with him in preparing for the rematch. Hill has spoken about how the first fight was an exciting contest, with both fighters showing moments of aggression and skill. He acknowledged the disappointment of Fury's loss, but emphasized that it should be viewed as a learning experience. Hill believes that Fury can use the lessons from that fight to improve and come back stronger in the lead up to the rematch. Hill has focused on ensuring that Fury is in peak physical condition and that he is mentally prepared to make the necessary adjustments to his game plan.
And that's what made that first fight just such a great fight, for boxing, period. Whether Tyson won or lost, on my side, I'm with Tyson, so obviously I'm not so happy about the loss because it was a loss, but the thing to do is just to learn from that and to get better.
What's the difference heading into a rematch, Sugar? What's the difference going into a rematch?
You learn lessons in life and you can make yourself better from that.
Tony Bellew has predicted that Usyk will win more decisively in the rematch. Bellew pointed out that Fury struggles against fighters who can fight on the back foot, and Usyk's defensive style will make it difficult for Fury to land his usual shots. While Fury had his moments in the first fight, Bellew believes that Usyk's ability to control the pace of the fight and his ability to counterpunch will prove to be too much for Fury to handle. Bellew's prediction of a more decisive victory for Usyk has made many question whether Fury can adjust his tactics enough to win the rematch.
But if I'm being totally honest, do I think he'll win? No, I think he'll lose again. And this time, I think he'll lose really, really clearly because Usyk this time will go on the back foot. And that is the worst nightmare for for Tyson Fury because that's one that he can't control. You've got to understand, Cougs, he pressed the whole fight. He walked the 6'9", 20-stone man down. He walked him down and bullied him. Imagine what he does when he fights to his attributes and fights to his best, because his best is fighting on the back foot. Anyone who studies and knows Usyk the way I know him and I studied him is, you'll know that you've got to bring him to you, and that's the way to beat him. But you've got to counter him and feint, and you've got to be able to sharpshoot with him, you've got to be able to box with him, you've got to be able to offset him, but you've got to be able to continuously do all these things round after round. I couldn't, because guess what? I got tired. That was after 6 rounds or 7 rounds of doing it.
Antonio Tarver has echoed similar sentiments. Tarver believes that Fury needs to adopt a fresh approach to win the rematch and has stressed the importance of victory in securing his future in the heavyweight division. According to Tarver, a win in the rematch could set up a trilogy between the two fighters, giving fans the chance to see their rivalry evolve. However, Tarver believes that Fury must make the right adjustments in order to have a chance of winning, particularly given how Usyk was able to control the first fight.
We have to see something different. You know what I mean? If Tyson Fury want to really, save, not saying his legacy, but save where he's at right now today, he has to win that rematch. Vitally important that he flipped the table on Usyk. and make sure we have a trilogy so we can truly see, you know what I mean? Maybe Tyson win back-to-back fights.
Paul Smith suggested that Tyson Fury might retire following his next fight, as a potential matchup with Anthony Joshua may no longer capture the interest. He acknowledged Oleksandr Usyk as the favored fighter, but pointed out that Fury could still secure an unexpected win.
I think it could be his last fight, regardless of what he does. If he wins, he could retire in the ring and be done, because I think the AJ fight's gone. I don't think anyone will want to see that now, with all due respect to both of them, in my opinion. But I think it's Usyk's fight to lose. I think Usyk's proven he's number one in the division now, with a lot, especially that given how well Dubois done. So it's Usyk's to lose, but it's not by all means a foregone conclusion. You know, I think Usyk is the favourite. I think Usyk would possibly do it, but wouldn't be surprised if Fury did it.
As the rematch draws closer, experts like Matt Macklin are reflecting on the strategies of both fighters. Macklin pointed out that the fight will be fascinating because both Fury and Usyk are intelligent fighters who will review their past performances and make adjustments. The fight will likely be a tactical chess match where each boxer will try to outsmart the other and gain an advantage.
As much as it'll be fascinating, really, to see how that fight is won and lost. I think tactics will be so. I mean, it's key in any fight, but I think in this one really will be, particularly because they're both so clever, and they'll both be analysing their performances. What they did well, what they didn't do well, what their opponent did well, and everything. And then it'll be fascinating to see who can outdo the other.
One of the most respected voices in boxing, Terence Crawford, has also weighed in on the matchup. Crawford expressed admiration for both fighters and noted that the fight would be a great spectacle. He ultimately congratulated the future undisputed heavyweight champion, regardless of who emerges victorious. Crawford's comments highlight the respect that both Fury and Usyk have earned for their talents and how this fight will showcase two of the best in the sport.
My prediction for the Usyk and Tyson Fury fight, both of them win. I like both of them. It's going to be a great fight. May the best man win. And to the new undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, congratulations.
Barry McGuigan has been more critical of Fury's chances in the rematch, but McGuigan believes that Usyk has already figured out Fury's style and can neutralize his strengths. McGuigan's skepticism about Fury's ability to improve upon his first performance adds to the growing chorus of voices who believe that Usyk will emerge victorious. Offered his advice for Tyson Fury ahead of the rematch with Oleksandr Usyk. Atlas suggested that Fury should refine his use of the uppercut, a punch that can be particularly effective against an opponent like Usyk. Given Usyk's quick footwork and ability to move in and out of range, an uppercut could serve as a useful weapon to catch him off guard when he closes the distance. Atlas also stressed that Fury should be more decisive in exploiting the opportunities that his jab creates. By using his jab effectively to control the distance and set up other punches, Fury could create openings for powerful strikes that might not be there otherwise.
There's things that he maybe could have used the uppercut more because it was very effective in that 6th round. Maybe he could have used it throughout the fight a little more, maybe. Maybe there's things that he could have just added off of controlling with the jab. I have a saying, you set the table with the jab and you eat with the right hand, right? Maybe you could have, went to the refrigerator a little more and brought out a few, to wherever the stock box is, wherever he keeps the right hand, and brought them out with the jab a little more. Maybe he could have done that because he was definitely doing well with the jab. He was setting the table. Maybe he could have ate a little more.
Meanwhile, Joe Rogan has pointed out that Usyk presents a unique challenge for Tyson Fury 1 that the Gypsy King has struggled to fully solve. Fury has faced many giants in his career, often overpowering opponents with his size and skill.
If you watch the Usyk fight, he was touching Usyk up in the beginning of the fight.
Yeah.
I mean, that reach and that jab, the accuracy that he has, he was doing really well in that fight until he started to slow down a little bit, and Usyk wound up just catching him.
Yeah. However, Usyk's technical brilliance and unorthodox style have proven difficult for Fury to counter. Rogan's observation strikes at the heart of what makes this rivalry so intriguing. Despite Fury's dominance in the heavyweight division, Usyk's ability to adapt and outbox Fury has forced the British fighter to step outside his comfort zone. Rogan's comment highlights the complexity of the matchup, with Usyk presenting a puzzle that Fury has yet to fully figure out.
He just didn't have an answer to it because he's never been exposed to that level of technique.
Well, you know what it is? He's a heavyweight. And the heavyweights were never really that good in terms of that kind of technique. It's like you need it at like middleweight and light heavyweight because everyone's super talented and technical. When you get up to the heavyweight division, it tends to be like a lower bar.
Simon Jordan also reflected on the physical toll that the first fight took on Usyk. Despite being at a significant size disadvantage compared to Fury, Usyk had to push himself beyond his limits to match the raw physicality of his opponent. Jordan recalled a key moment in the 6th round when Usyk was caught by a brutal uppercut from Fury. That punch seemed to give Fury a temporary advantage as he took control of the middle rounds from rounds 4 to 7. However, what set Usyk apart was his resilience and ability to recover from adversity. Usyk's remarkable recovery demonstrated his physical and mental toughness as he found his second wind and regained control of the fight in the later rounds. Jordan's analysis highlighted not only Usyk's physical strength but also his technical prowess, which allowed him to stay composed and continue executing his strategy despite the challenges he faced.
What they both put on there, and whoever won or lost that fight, or whoever felt they won or lost that fight, it was a tough fight. So you have to, you straight away you get that respect. You gain
Both
that
of them
respect.
know it's a tough fight.
Yeah, of course you gain that respect.
Yeah. Do you subscribe to that view?
I will definitely say that Usyk would have had to work a lot harder than Tyson Fury because of the size disadvantages, the size advantage in Fury's favour. Without a doubt, like Usyk would have had to.
Despite the many predictions and doubts, the fight promises to be a thrilling spectacle filled with strategy, emotion, and the desire for redemption. The rematch between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk will undoubtedly be one of the most exciting heavyweight fights in recent history. Fans around the world will be eagerly watching as the two giants of boxing face off in what is expected to be a thrilling contest. What are your thoughts about this? Do you think that Tyson Fury can avenge his loss against Usyk? Do let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.